What? No sound. I forgot to unmute myself. What up, guys? Sorry, mic was off. Thanks. I appreciate the heads up. I need to check that before I go on. I'm just unprofessional. So unprofessional. Noob. Yeah, I pulled a J. I just had everything muted. Talked to myself, said I'm on camera, and I have something that tells me if like my mic's on or not, speaking wise. It's like I can see the volume thing going, and I still didn't get it. Oh well. It's a long day. I was saying this, how was y'all's day? Y'all do okay? I had a rough day. Relatively, pretty much gave up my week. Pretty much my month too, I think. Wasn't like horrible. I wasn't doing great this month. I'd have to go back and look, but definitely like a crappy day. Not overly bad, like all in all, I'd be just fine. But it was just like I was good. I was very small red and flat, and then took a few trades that just didn't work and got stopped out. So I ended up red, and it's whatever. Super frustrating. But the thing was, is I kind of knew it, and I don't think it was on Amazon. I think there were Q's shorts that I was trying. It was like I expected. It's kind of like looked like the market was going down. It was some longer plays. Thanks, Jay Bizzle. The goal is to get there, man. I got one day I'll be a pro. Yeah, I didn't really get sucked in per se. I was just trading fine, and I kind of waited and just expected something to happen in the market, and then nothing came. So I was just like, well, you know, and nothing ever like started working really for me. And whenever something was working or I saw a play I liked, I was like away, or I missed the entry and I didn't want to FOMO in, so I let it go. And then I was just, you know, a little off, and I missed a few plays when there was opportunity, and so I just ended red and did okay. I could have done better. I could have selected in green early. That's what I should have done. That's what I'm going to do tomorrow. Maybe. That's what I want to talk about today. A little bit of danger coming into the market tomorrow. A little bit of danger. I try to, and I'm going to try to kind of get like a pro. Dude, that was frustrating. How dare they do it after hours? It's like, I want them to catch that during the hours. It's like I'm sitting there with like a hotkey set up on my screen, and I open Amazon contracts and put it off to the side to where if I hit a button, it clicks a mouse in that corner where that thing's at, and I can always buy Amazon contracts. So if JR is like Amazon split, buy, and I can just like mark it into Amazon. Nope. Oh well. So that's kind of what we'll hit on a little bit tonight. Coming off of a hard day, a red day, even a day where for me I gave up my month, I think, or pretty much did for sure. And we'll talk some about like coming back the next day and what you have to do to trade to do that. And it wasn't a massive blowout by any stretch. It was just like I wasn't doing a ton this month. I've been so busy. It's like just doing a little bit of trading here, a little bit of trading there, and then you know you just have a day where it's like, okay, well, that's a week and a half's worth of work. What are you going to do the next day? So we'll talk about that a little bit and try to keep the show shorter. I know you guys had Eddie and JR on for a little bit. I tried to listen to, and then I had to go. So I'm going to go back and listen to that in a little bit, or in the morning. I do hope to get the channel a little bit more professional though, and get a lot more stuff kind of put on it, a lot more animations and different things. And like I've talked about before, the actually I could probably do it now. Well, I'll do it. I should have some time tomorrow. I should have done it today in the middle of the day, but I'm going to create some new channels, like Diamond Heist channel, I think is what we'll call it, where it's like dedicated to longer holds and charts and stuff like that for these plays, plays that people are looking for. So yeah, I'll do something like that. I know, we just gotta find a beach. If I was looking out the window at what CT was looking at this morning, dude, I would have had a good day, because I would have been up. I'd be like, okay, I'm going to the beach now. Like, trading's gotten hard. I gave back some. I'm just going to make some up later. I got to move to the beach. That's why I'm moving to a lake. I'm not moving to a beach. I'm moving to a lake. But just looking out the lake, it's like, I'm just going to go fishing today. I'm gonna go golfing. I'm moving to a place with like 6 golf courses. I'm just gonna be able to go golfing and go out on the water. It's the only way to like be a good trader. So, all right, got a few people here. Let's kick this puppy off. So, already said it. If you guys are hanging out here, be sure to leave a like on the video, share, subscribe. I'd love to get the channel up to around 1,000 subscribers. Let's try to hit 500, and then from there get to 1,000. So share the channel with people that you know. If you're gonna watch, leave a like. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. Let's talk about the market. Let's talk about coming back. What up, Matthew? Let's talk about coming back from a hard day. Recovering mentally, what you got to do. We have a catalyst tomorrow with Amazon split. Talk about that and what I think about it. And with all that being said, let's get into the swamp. Thanks, Matthew. Me too. Well, I just care about helping the people that want to watch. If people want to watch and want to be a part of it and want to do it, then that's amazing, and I love it. If they don't, then that's cool too. I just help the people that yep, you're good. Help the people that kind of want to come out and talk about the days, and it helps me at the end of the day, and I don't mind talking, so it kind of helps me like go through what I'm thinking mentally about my days and what I need to do the next day, and kind of gets that stress out as opposed to just going to sleep with it. Going to sleep with a red day or whatever it is, or even a green day, and what I need to do. It kind of keeps you honest. So tough day. Price action was some of the worst I've seen. Actually, there's been 2 or 3 days this year where the price action light is horrible on me. I gotta fix this light. Price action has been not great of late, and today was one of the worst days of the year, one of the hardest days of the year as far as the price action in these names. I don't think I ever, if I got a scalp, it was just quick in and out, and there was a few plays early, but after about 30 or 40 minutes in, there wasn't much, and it really took good trading to get green. I missed any good moves or setups that I was waiting for the most part. Didn't take them, and ended up with a red day and gave back most of my month. And then at the end of the day, you get off and you look, and then you see Amazon split. So what's the fear coming in? Like, you're already tempted after having a bad day to be like, okay, here we go. All right, Amazon split, or like, I'm sorry, before that, you tempted, you had a rough day. You come back the next day and you're trying to make it all back, or you're trying to aggressively find something out, and you're not even trying to trade. You're just seeing things that have worked in the past, and you're just gonna smack it. You're just gonna hit it. You're gonna do everything that you can, and that's what you're looking to do. You're just looking to kick the crap out of the market and not necessarily trade. And you might lose focus on what's working, on what's not. I said it this morning. I actually traded really good the first hour, and it was after that when I gave some stuff back. But that first hour, the best thing that's been working for me is kind of patience. So tomorrow we have this Amazon split news. Yeah, it might just be absolutely horror Sufi, and that's one of the things that you don't know. Like, coming into tomorrow, I might want to short it. I might want to fade this big gap. I don't know yet. I'll wait and see what happens tomorrow. Overall, I do think it fades, but it might pop for a day or two. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't even need to know. I'm going to wake up tomorrow. I'm going to sit down, go through whatever morning routine I have, and which isn't much, and I'm going to look at what Amazon's doing, see what other people are doing, see what I think what I think about it, where it's at, and then I'm just going to watch it at the open. And maybe I go long, and maybe I go short. I think it's going to gap up massively, and then maybe it pulls off. But yeah, you're going to have wild spreads. You could have all kinds of stuff. You could have it moving and just going against everything. There's no way to know what it's going to do. And so the temptation for me tomorrow is, because I had a bad day, I know that if what up, Graph? I know if I come in with the wrong mindset tomorrow, I could completely blow out. because of how aggressive I like to be and what I want to do. Like if Amazon starts setting a trend, but I really have to be cautious and I really have to be careful with what I do tomorrow and make sure that I'm being intentional with the trades I'm making. And when I have a hard day, that's the first thing I do the next day. Like no matter what it was, a hard day, a red day, I come in the next day, and even after a really good day, so I would say anywhere on the emotional spectrum, like really great day or really bad day, I always try to come into because the emotions are the same at different ends of the spectrum, but the consequences are the same if you have the extremely good and the extremely bad, is you have a chance to tilt really bad the next day. So coming into a day after that, I'm going to come in and not be overly aggressive and really focus on the little things and just making good trades. Now the good trade might be an aggressive trade, but I need to be taking it because it's the right aggressive trade to take, and not because I just think something's going to happen. Am I going to, like, I'm not just going to jump into 10, 20 contracts in Amazon. Maybe I should wait a little bit and let it settle. And maybe I should take a one contract trade and see how the fills are doing. And maybe I wait for it to hit a level, or I wait for some different stuff and I get the good trade. Not just seeing something, imagining what could happen if I catch this whole move. Let's say you think it's going to fade in the morning, and imagining what's going to happen if I'm going to get that 50% retracement, $100 retracement or something like that. I'm going to buy 10 contracts at the open, and then it rips up 50 points before it goes down. Who knows what it's going to do? There's a lot of people that could jump in the morning on this. So I don't know what's going to happen. I have to really check myself in the morning, especially tomorrow, but no matter when it is, after a good day or a bad day, because you're going to come in emotionally compromised because you have that loss or that really big win on. And instead of just trading, you've got something else in your OODA loop, in your decision-making process, that can damage you, that can hurt what you actually see, that can hinder your ability to make intelligent, in a sense, emotionless, or just those trades. It's like, okay, here are the trades, here's what I'm doing, and just take them. Instead, what you're doing is it's like, oh, I could see what I can do. I can make it all back. Let's say I'm up, 10K or something in the morning. It's like, man, here we go. I could just keep hitting this. I'm going to size up. I'm going to do 20 contracts. I'm going to be more aggressive. I'm going to make everything back. I'm going to double my month now, and all these different things can start seeping in. Instead of just intelligently watching the market, finding a good trade, having a plan, having a strategy for what you're going to do, adapting that strategy on the fly as it needs to be adapted based on how the market is moving and what the market is, showing you, and the names in front of your face, You really have to take all this into account before, when you sit down, when you start your day, and as you're trading. And if you see yourself beginning to tilt, it's not worth it to keep trading. You have to be able to step away, to detach, and to be able to sit back down and just make intelligent trades. So that's going to be that is always my main focus after a hard day. And when people are like, how do you come back, or what do you do? It's just get back to the basics. And I wasn't away from the basics today, but it's just like, continue doing the basics, continue doing what makes you money. Work on that foundation, that just see strategies, those intelligent trades, the things that you know how to do, that you're really confident in making money in. Put a few wins together. It doesn't matter what you make back. It doesn't matter the amount of money you make. Just trade smart. Follow your rules, like my rules with Tesla and the ATR. Like the ATR is at like $1 today in Tesla at one point, and it moved up. And what it looked like, it moved up a lot at one point. But I mean, the ATR, when was it? It was during one of these moves. I don't even remember which one. It might have been this one here. But the ATR was like $1. That whole move on the last 10 minutes, it was just trash. And I didn't scalp it because I just looked at the ATR, and I mean, look at the end of the day, it's like 119. And it's like, yeah, there's an ATR of 119. You know what I'm not doing is trading Tesla with an ATR of 119 on a choppy day with bad price action. I'm just going to get shaken out. ATR was garbage and everything today. And I just recognized that, and I was just like, okay, leave it alone. And the price action wasn't good enough, and there were definitely ways to make money today, but, it wasn't there. What's it going to be tomorrow? I don't know. But whatever it is, I know my rules for how I trade. I know what I'm supposed to do. It's like Kelly said, and, And I've said it like I actually write them down. It's like low ATR, don't trade. It's like I get up in the morning, I write down, I sit down, I got a notepad. It's like you write down your rules. It's like, pen, little piece of paper, and just, saying, even if it's the same rules as the day before, watching Amazon, watching Tesla, low ATR, don't trade, you know, it's gapped up, watch the fade, whatever it is. The little things, just write down, even if it's something that you did wrong the day before. Was there something I did wrong today? Yes, there was. It was like I took some trades that were kind of just feeling trades, like, let's see what happens. And I wasn't even toxic. I was just like, let's see what happens here. And I just got in the position, and then it didn't work. I was like, it's okay. I really wasn't paying attention to what I was winning and losing, which is usually how I trade. But I let it add up really too quick. It's the average of the price, Susan, over like a time frame. So ATR here, if I right click on this and edit, you'll see here average true range, so average of the candles. Average range over the last 10 minutes. It defaults to 14. You can actually leave it at 14. I don't know. I've had it at 10, but 10 or 14 is fine. Time frame 1 minute and okay. And this is the average that those candles move. Over the last 10 minutes, each 1 minute bar moved $1 in Tesla. So you might have had one bar that moved $5 or $2 or whatever, but the average over the last 10 minutes was $1. So that's what ATR is, average true range. And I'll do little things like Peacock is saying, I just write those little things down. And when I notice things that have wrecked me before, I write them down. It's like I notice myself tilting. I notice myself going to this place in my head during the middle of the day. Today I just got lazy. I was just sitting here. I kind of got bored, and I got a little bit lazy with my trades. Okay, so I got a little bit lazy with my trades. I didn't respect the market. I didn't respect the day it was. I didn't, maybe I was trying to make money. Whatever it was, I was like, okay, let's write that down. Even in the middle of the day, don't do. Mistakes you made, you put them on pen. Now the next day when you come back to it, you can either look back at what you did to lose money previously, and kind of check yourself. It's like, hey, this stuff that I wrote down yesterday, I'm starting to do it again. It's coming in my head. I need to detach a little bit. I need to step back. I need to maybe go get a drink. I need to come back and sit down. I need to just not trade today. It's like the market's crap. Leave a message. Hey guys, can you at me if the market like gets really good and there's some news? I'm gonna go. I don't see anything, or something else. It's like I'm gonna go. Like I'm just gonna log out. Like CT did. He's like, hey, he's really mature, and it's amazing to see. It's one of the reasons I love trading with him. He's like, hey, trading was good for a second. Like, I did good, and it sounded like he gave some back, or he went red, or he gave most of it back or something. He's like, I'm done. Like, it looked like it got hard. He just recognized that, and he's gone. Recognize that and leave. There's a reason our Discord group is the bandits. We're market bandits. We find ways, we rob what we can do. We take the money from the market that we can, and then we bounce. We skedaddle. I have no idea what tomorrow is going to hold. I might start playing, and I might just be on a roll tomorrow. And everything might just be clicking. I might just be hitting it, and it might be just be bam, bam, bam. And I might feel good about it. Or it might be really hard, and I might not be able to make money. And if I'm down $5,000 in the morning or something, what am I going to do? Am I going to tilt and double down because I know Amazon's going to go low, and I missed that last play, and this time it's going to work, and I'm going to get in, and all the stuff that goes through, or I'm going to try this, or I'm just going to keep doing this? Or am I going to sit back? Am I going to follow my rules, find trades, have a plan, execute the trades, let the trades work, quick scalp or longer hold, whatever you're trying to do, and just be a trader and trade and kind of cut everything else out? So I always focus on those things after really good days and really bad days. I always try to get back to that level of neutrality, that central, neutral point. Not too fast, not too slow, not too aggressive, not too either way. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with doing that. And I highly recommend, if you had a hard day today, or if you have a hard day generally, that you do that. That's how I come back from a hard day. And I try to take the money out of the equation entirely, and it's just about trading intelligently. Because if you're going to be a trader, you have to accept losses. You have to accept losing your month, sometimes losing your year, sometimes losing your week. Whatever it is, you have to just accept it. that it's a part of this job. And it's okay, because if you can live to trade it tomorrow, just make smart trades. Just make smart trades. It's a lesson learned. Make smart trades. Maybe I never take the size again that'll allow me to do that. Maybe I have daily stop losses set in that I respect and that I've learned to adhere to. Maybe I have this. Maybe I have that. And you have all these different things, and then you just start doing them. And you put these rules in place to protect yourself. You write stuff down during the day. You start paying a lot of attention to your mental state and where you're at. If you need to take a break, you respect what your body's telling yourself and you take a break. And you try to get yourself back to zero, which is just that in that good OODA loop position of identifying and making decision based on, on what's around and what's happening. So those are my quick thoughts on me thinking back over my day, on what I did right, on what I did wrong, and what I need to do, more importantly, tomorrow to recover from that. And that's not sit down and think I'm about to make 6 figures in Amazon. Instead, it's going to sit down and see, is this tradable? Can I, what's going on here? How's the market? What's happening? Let's take everything in. Let's make intelligent trades. Let's see if it looks like Amazon's going through 3,000 and, to all-time highs. Let's see if it's going to pull in some, what's going to happen. I don't think it's splitting until the summer, so I don't think it's going to run up and excuse me. I don't think it's going to run up until then. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. There's going to be opportunities to play it. I don't even have to play it at all tomorrow. Maybe I don't play it. Maybe I do a couple trades and I'm like, this is difficult. I can't really, it seems too risky for me. And there's another name that's doing well. I'm going to trade, I don't know, Tesla, Google, AMD, something else. Who knows? I'm going to go into tomorrow as clean-headed and as mentally clear as I can get, as ready to go as I can without the fog of today. How do I do that? At night. How do I do that at night? Now? What are things I can do now? I could eat healthy tonight. I could have a good night and relaxing and not stress about it. I could do something else I enjoy. I took my kids to an indoor playground today. Let them run around and took them to out to a barbecue place and gave them some brisket and some other stuff. We ate it and we gave them a little bit of brisket and some other stuff. So we do some other things, and then tonight I make sure I get plenty of sleep. I rest up. I get up in the morning and I keep my routine going. I don't break anything. I don't stress too hard about it. I just continue to be a trader and continue to identify things and take the best setups, have confidence in myself, because the things that I trade the best and the way that I trade works. And I don't need to all of a sudden shift that and be like, man, I'm not a good trader anymore. Man, this can't happen because I had this, because all this stuff. No, it's just you had a bad day. You made some mistakes. You paid the price for it. There's no getting the money back. There's no nothing else. You are where you are, and this is always, ground zero. And you just make intelligent trades the next day. And you do whatever you need to do to get yourself to that mindset to where, that's what you're focused on. That's what you need to doubt yourself. Where do you go in your head after a hard day or a losing day? What are things that you need to change? What are things that make you, do better or worse? Are you drinking at night, and does that make things worse for you? Do you not drink at night and that makes it worse for you? Are you not drinking water? Did you forget to have coffee? Are you not getting enough sleep? What are things that, affect you and affect you the next day? And just come in and just sit down and just be a trader and have confidence in yourself and have confidence in your strategies, because they work and you know that you can make money and you do make money. So don't worry about it. That's the mindset I'm going into tomorrow with. And who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? I don't know. I'm just know that I'm going to sit down. I'm going to trade the best I can, and I'm going to trade with a clean head, and I'm going to see what happens. I'm not taking, if I'm taking a name aggressive, it's because I found an edge in that name, and I'm trading my edge. I'm not trading just to trade. I'm not jumping in something just to, because it's going to zero. It's going to all-time highs. There's got to be a reason. I will be watching the fade, though. I'm very interested in the fade. It's what Google did. And Peacock, I have no idea how Kelly did that. Losing 6 years in a row and then coming back. You really have to figure it out, and you really have to figure out what works for you. It'll be interesting to see. I do think I don't know that Amazon fades. I mean, it can't just run up forever into it because it's so far away. But it's nice that both Google and Amazon have their splits in the summer. To me, that means we're going to get some good trading in those names before then, and some good run-ups, because I do think they hit all-time highs before the split. I just don't know. Like, they both hit it, or at least Google hit it after it split. I don't know if Amazon will or not, so we'll see. Um, we'll see. But yeah, that's kind of my mindset going into tomorrow. It was a tilt day. I'm sorry to the moon. I did. I talked about it earlier. I did too. I don't think I really tilted as much as I just traded stupidly and carelessly a few times. I didn't respect what the market was doing, and I was like, I'm fine. And then before I know it, I'm down more than I thought I was down. Y'all got any questions? Shorter show tonight. Did a longer one last night. I don't mind, talking about anything in particular, but market just didn't do what we wanted it to. Just got to accept it. This is an off day, not many days are exactly like this. A little gap, way too much of a gap up with no, pull back, and it just it's like wants to pull down, but it's so strong. It's just crap. It's just garbage. It's all good. Yeah, I probably agree with you, Peacock. I just don't know when or how. And yeah, I won't use the queues unless the queues are going with it. Like, Amazon's probably going to be on its own party. I think they just announce it when they announce it. A lot of times this happens after hours. But it is what it is. Telling you, I was ready. I had hotkeys. Y'all would have not believed the size. Like, I was always had my account. Like, I was ready to go heavy into Amazon if this news was during the day. It's like every day I had one of these little windows open that you can pop out of Fidelity with your, float window and orders ready and all that to trade Amazon calls. Yeah, I mean, it does. And that I'm up for the year. But it wouldn't matter if I wasn't. And it would, in the sense of this is my job and it's like 3 months into the year. But it can help keep my spirits high, but it doesn't take away the pain if you start losing. And the thing with losing is it compounds very quickly, just like winning does. If you start losing and you let it get away from you, my year will go away. Like, it will really go away. So you have to catch losing early, and catching losing early and addressing it and changing it, like fixing yourself and not letting yourself go down that hole, will keep you from giving up your week to your month to your year. And so, yeah, being up overall and in a position where I'm not like almost done with my account definitely helps. But all in all, I'm not going to say that it hurts. So you definitely have to be cautious and that's like one of the positive things. Like, if I lose my week, I'm like, well, I'm up for the month. So now let's fix myself. If I lose a month, hey, I'm up overall over the last 7 trading days, or my average overall is still pretty good, or whatever it is, and I can kind of look back at the positives. So instead of grabbing the negatives, like I've had 2 red days or 5 red days, or I just gave up my week, and instead of just focusing on the negative, it's like, hey, I've been trading really good. Almost all my days are green. I just made a few mistakes today. Overall, my average is pretty good. I'm up on the month, or I'm up on the year. I'm not going to be going and applying for a job tomorrow. I still have the ability to do this job that I love. I'm still alive as a trader. I'm still doing this, and this. So I focus on the positives instead of latching onto the negatives, because the negatives will drag you down and tear you up, and you won't be getting much sleep. Hello, Russian bots. And you won't be getting much sleep. So instead of, and then you're not going to trade good the next day, and then it just compounds on itself. So I do focus on the positives, as a and the overall how I feel about my trading and the different stuff, and then I try to address the negatives as they kind of crop up in my mind. Well, I don't know what you mean take a break. You mean like your P&L downtrend, or within a day, like downtrend to the moon? Like I don't, I'm just don't know exactly what you mean. I mean, during the day or over. I mean, I don't know really. Like, so I guess we'll do it layered. Within a day, the vacation could, just be like, I'm not trading. Like today, the best thing to do would just be like, I'm not trading. The market's, whatever, chopped around a little bit. I'm just gonna walk away, um, or change my approach or something. But I'm just gonna walk away. I'm not making money easy. I'm losing it in some trades. I'm gonna take a break. Really, it's for me, it's when I lose my OODA loop. So it's like when I lose my OODA loop on the daily, and then when I lose it, on the weekly or something like that. Like, I've lost it on consecutive days where I'm not focused. Maybe I need to take a step back. I need to change something. I just need to size down to 2, 3 contracts. Yeah, I mean, if there's, well, there's choppy action because there's uncertainty. You have the Fed, which I think is kind of priced in. Um, I think you've got the Russia-Ukraine stuff, and the market doesn't do good with uncertainty. That's why, and you can say what you want to, it's not a straight political statement, but that's why when people come in that are generally conservative and they take away a lot of, like, if they are conservative, and if they take away, like, what's the word I'm looking for, like they're not taxing corporations, whether or not you think they should. They're removing regulations. They're doing all this other stuff. The market really likes it, and the market's going up because it's like they know what to expect. But when the market doesn't know what to expect, it chops around. It goes in this direction and that direction, and it's not sure. And you've got a war going on, and it's not sure about what's going to happen. You've got the Fed meeting and all that kind of stuff. But if you're having a hard time in this choppy action, then yeah, don't trade. Like, there's nothing wrong with not trading. And if it's hard, take a step back. I don't know what your size is, or size down to the minimal size that you can trade. And be like, hey, I'm going to log in. I'm going to give myself 5 trades. I'm going to take 5 trades in a name I know how to trade, and then I'm going to log off every day. And I'm done. And if you're still toxic after doing that, then hey, I'm going to take a week off. I'm just going to take a week off. I'm going to do something else, and I'll come back to it next week. I'm not worried about missing the moves. I just need a mental reset. Like, I don't know where like you're at. Um, so and if you lose focus, for me, if I start losing focus, that's when I start having to change things, or I don't really take vacations, but take a vacation and stop, or change what I'm doing or something to kind of get that refocus. And a lot of times it's just focusing on the positive. It's like, you're doing really good here. This is doing good. We need to change this. Are you green every day? Yes. What happens after you get green? You give it back. Okay, so at any point you're green, even, after 15 minutes, if you're green, you can't get back 20% or something like that, or you're logging off, whatever it is. I do something to, like, force myself to have good results. And I do little things like that. Well, the market changed. Like, the first week of February was great for me. Middle of March, I gave half of it back. Last week, or sorry. First week of February was great. Middle of February gave half back. Last week of February was great. First week of March has been garbage. I don't know what the next week, or this week, whatever, has been garbage. I think last week was average. So, the market goes through these cycles, and within a month's time, you're probably going to get a week or two of really good trading. And right now, we might just have 4 or 5 days of bad trading, and then all of a sudden it just gets good. But these 4 or 5 days seem like it's a year when it's not. And, you just have to wait for what you do well to kind of set up and hit the market. Yeah, there's no breakouts and there's no follow through. I mean, look at the charts. Look at a daily chart in Tesla and all these other names. Like, the only breakouts would have been breakdowns, and the market's just not breaking down from where it's at. But on the overside, you've got daily 200s and 21s and 8s and trend lines and all this stuff. So all the breakouts are hitting resistance. And we're not going through it, and then the gap ups are, gapping up and taking away any of the big runs. You know, so the only break moves, like the only aggressive way I'm playing anything other than Amazon maybe, is to the downside, because there's no you're going up into resistance. So you're just bouncing into resistance, and so all the breakouts you're just hitting your head, and there's no clear air. All the easy plays are down. Oh, I hit my foot. All the easy plays are to the downside. That's just my opinion. But if the only thing I played was breakouts and stuff, yeah, I just have to wait for a breakout or get in a little bit earlier, or get out a little bit easier. Yeah, there you go. 20. That turnaround push-ups. Yeah. Dude, that's what's been hurting me. I've had inspectors come by, construction people come by, all these people come by, and I haven't, in the middle of the day, and I haven't been able to work out as much. Or I've had something I have to do, or the market's not good and I'm not trading really well, and I've missed plays. And I really got to get back to the gym and hitting it hard. I'm going to get like weak and soft. Got to get back to jiu-jitsu. I really miss it. Yeah, that was January. It's like I had 3 weeks of bad trading in January. And then all of a sudden, it was just like boom. Like I made like a lot in 1 week. Like really, really good. And man, I would have been good if I hadn't have had like a really rough 3 weeks, or like flat 3 weeks. Flat, I can't remember what I did early January. It wasn't good. Like I was like, man, this is hard. And I was like, make money, lose money, break even, make it. And it was just kind of choppy. And then that last, it was inconsistent. And then that last week, it was just incredible. And then a couple good weeks, 2 or 3 days good in February. And then it wasn't good until the last week. And I don't know what March is going to be. But it seems to be we get a lot of choppy consolidation, and then we get a breakout, and you get 1 week where if I just waited or knew what week that was and I traded that week, I'd probably have six-figure months every month. Because those months, that week, I just tear it up. It's like the C strategies are working. Everything is just working. Breakouts are following through. The price action in the level 2 is just money, and it's just an easy day. And the trick is surviving until then. Anya asked something in chat earlier, and Rose responded with, it's just about surviving on days like this. It's just sizing down if you're going to trade at all, taking a few good trades. If nothing works, you're like, okay, I'm good. Hey, I ain't got to make nothing a day. Peace, dog. Log out. Leave it alone. Go do something else. It's all about surviving. Yeah, now back to the chop. But just accept that, Jason. Like, you can't change it. Like, at one point today, I got pissed off, and I'm like, I'm done. And that's when I logged out, was when I realized I was mad, because it was like I didn't want the market to be choppy. I'm like, the market shouldn't be choppy. Like, this should just break out or something. And then I was like, wait a minute, I'm wrong. I'm trying to force myself, and I just logged out at that point and locked in the day because I realized that I had tilted. Um, and I just have to accept that. Hey, the market's not great right now. That's okay. It's choppy. Lesson learned. Let's going to take a few good trades. I know when the market's good. I don't have to pretend it's good, or let's just wait. All right, the market's good. I'm going to take some trades, and just wait for the right setups. Yep, I agree, Blademan. Tear down, size down, stop the hurt. It's kind of like, if you're on a hot run and then you get on a really bad run or something, you really don't want to size up into a bad run or hold that same size through a bad run. You really want to be consistent, and you really want to be uh, intelligent with what you're doing. There you go, Peacock. You're not allowed to blow up, dude. No more pizza. I don't know what your schedule is next week, but you'll have to come on next week if you're free. Talk about going full time as a trader. And yeah, Sharps, hey, that's what would happen. We just have a room full of jack traders. It's like we're not good traders, but man, do we look good. You know, I've got kettlebells that I'll do stuff with and dumbbells laying around I'll do curls with and, you know, do some stuff to work out, do some stuff to train, you know, get your mind in the middle of it, like trigger some endorphins from lifting and kind of get your mind right, drink some water, snort some pre-workout, you know. Won't do anything I say. Well, I think for tonight, guys, I might call it. Gonna go chill, get ready for bed, get some rest. You know, all that fun stuff. So if you're still watching, you know, leave a like. You know, share the content, share the channel with people, share the Discord with people if you want it. Uh, you know, let people know, you know, what we're doing here is good stuff. If they kind of want to learn the market, they want to learn what we do. You know, this is, I think, a great place for it, and we're gonna keep, you know, we're gonna keep growing, keep expanding. So again, you know, leave a like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Enjoy the night, relax, go into tomorrow. Amazon happened. You're not gonna miss it. Wait for the right setups to play it. You don't have to make all of your money in the first 5 minutes tomorrow. Let's just wait and see what's gonna happen. Trade smart. Trade intelligently, live intelligently outside of the market. That's what's going to make you successful and keep you successful. It's okay to have a losing day. I had a losing day. It's okay to give back your month, you know, and if I'm red tomorrow, I'm red tomorrow. Let's just wait and see what happens, guys. I will see you all tomorrow in the either over in T3 or in the Market Bandits Discord. Link is in the description below if you do want to join us over there. Have a good night, guys.